Hello, my name is Antonio Quillen, and my informative topic I chose today is the Battle of Gettysburg. I hope you can hear me. If not, sorry, sound quality. Anyways, without further ado, let's get started. So, 620,000 soldiers died at the end of the Civil War. According to the BBC, however, in 2011, historian J. David Hacker found that 750,000 soldiers died at the end of the Civil War. Why does this matter? Well, put into retrospect, that 7.5 million Americans would be dead today if the Civil War had broken out. So, let's review the main points of the speech. The first main point is the Battle of Gettysburg. The second main point is the casualties for both sides of the battle. And the third is the legacy of the Battle of Gettysburg. So let me take you on a trip back to 1863. And let's get started. Moreover, the first main point I am doing is the Battle of Gettysburg. The Battle of Gettysburg took place from July 1st to July 3rd, 1863, in the town of Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. The key generals, we will see throughout this story. For the Union side is General George Meade, General Daniel Sickles, General Winfield Scott Hancock, Colonel John Buford, and Colonel Joshua Chamberlain. If I missed one, I'm sorry. For the Confederate side, we have General Robert E. Lee, General James Longstreet, General A.P. Hill. We have Major General George Pickett, and I think that's it. Oh wait, no. And General Richard Ewell. Sorry. The first day, day 1, July 1st, A.P. Hill opened fired on Colonel John Buford at McPherson Ridge in Gettysburg. After losing some men, Colonel John Buford called a retreat and forced his men out of Gettysburg and south to a line of hills that formed a fishhook called Cemetery Ridge. This is where he would stay for the rest of the battle. In his headquarters, General George Meade called upon General Winfield Scott Hancock. Winfield Scott Hancock saw that Colonel John Buford was defending Cemetery Ridge and decided to keep his men on Cemetery Ridge. And in the afternoon of July 1st, Confederate reinforcements were pouring into the town of Gettysburg, and with this, the Union 9th Corps was decimated, losing 4,000 men and being forced to retreat to Cemetery Ridge. Later in the evening, General Lee called upon Richard Ewell to attack Cemetery Ridge while the Union Army was waiting for more reinforcements. Richard Ewell failed to do so, and retreating with his exhausted men lets the Union Army receive more reinforcements. Day 2, July 2nd, after finally arriving with 20,000 men in Gettysburg, General James Longstreet takes Little Round Top and Big Round Top without a shot fired, because we didn't have any men defending it. But he will have to fight General Daniel Sickles for Devil's Den, the wheat field, and the peach orchard, which is the bloodiest fighting of the entire battle, and we will sadly lose those 3 areas. Meanwhile, on the round hills, the 20th Maine Regiment under Colonel Joshua Chamberlain is fighting the 15th Alabama Regiment, and they are duking it out for a long time. After some time, Colonel Chamberlain forces his men up and forces them to hand-to-hand hand-to-hand combat with the 15th Regiment, with the 15th Alabama Regiment. Meanwhile, Richard Ewell is called upon to take Culp's Hill and Cemetery Hill, which he succeeds after an hour of fighting with the Union Army. And this, sadly, is also a Confederate victory, just like Day 1. Day 3, July 3rd, however, is a turning point for the Union Army. After finally arriving in Gettysburg with 15,000 men, General George Pickett is called upon by General Robert E. Lee to take Cemetery Ridge. This exposes his men because so many Union soldiers were on Cemetery Ridge, and this will be known as Pickett's Charge, and will be known as the failed charge. This will be the turning point in the war, giving Robert E. Lee his second loss in Antietam, and the turning point in the war because the Union Army finally stopped Robert E. Lee. Next, the second main point I am doing is the casualties of the battle. Oh wait, no. I have a quote from the History Channel from History.com about Pickett's Charge. Despite Longstreet's protests, Lee was determined, and the attack, later known as Pickett's Charge, went forward around 3 p.m. after an artillery bombardment by some 150 Confederate guns. Now, moreover, the second main point I am doing is the casualties of the Battle of Gettysburg. According to History.net, the Union soldiers that littered the ground at Gettysburg were 23,049, meaning that 3,155 were dead, 14,529 were wounded, and 5,365 were missing. Of the Confederate soldiers that littered the ground at Gettysburg, 28,063, meaning that 3,903 were dead, 18,735 were wounded, and 5,425 were missing. However, the third main point I am doing is the legacy of the Battle of Gettysburg. The Battle of Gettysburg was the bloodiest 3 days in American history, and was the turning point of the American Civil War, which prompted President Abraham Lincoln to go to the battlefield and deliver one of the best speeches in American history on November 19, 1863, and to dedicate a portion of the battlefield as a cemetery for those soldiers who died there. Here's an excerpt from the Gettysburg Address, which a copy of is in the Yale Law School. That's my source. 407 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. That we here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain, that this nation, under God, shall have a new birth of freedom, and that government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth. Also, many years later, Gettysburg would be the inspiration of a movie. It was released on October 8, 1993, and it stars Martin Sheen, Jeff Daniels, Sam Elliott, and Tom Berenger. Furthermore, in conclusion, we saw the Battle of Gettysburg, the casualties of the battle, and the legacy of the battle. Whether it's the many soldiers that died during the Civil War, or many of the soldiers that died during the Battle of Gettysburg, the legacy of this battle still reigns true for America.